Many of us spend our days trying to find meaning, purpose, life in lesser things. And I want you to know that Jesus gives life. He gives new life to any person who puts their faith and trust in him. You become a new creation, and your roots will grow deep in the fertile soil that he provides, and you will be able to withstand whatever comes in this world, because the light of Jesus will give you life unlike any other thing. Jesus speaks one of the most amazing claims that he makes about himself. He uses a metaphor to describe himself. And it's particularly a powerful metaphor when we understand the context that he says it in, which is what we'll explore together today. But in John chapter 8, verse 12, Jesus spoke to them again, saying, I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will not walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. Friends, Jesus wants you to have life. Now, I want you to notice two words in this verse, and I want these words to be in your mind throughout our message today. Those two words are light and darkness. This is one of the great themes throughout the Gospel of John, the contrast between light and dark. There is a metaphor that Jesus uses here that describes our spiritual reality. We are in one of two places. We are in spiritual darkness, or we are in the light. So let's begin by talking about the light. When Jesus says, I am the light of the world, it's not the first time that light is used in the scriptures. This is a common theme and metaphor throughout the Bible. In fact, on the opening pages of the scripture, in the first few verses, in the creation account in Genesis chapter 1 and verse 3, it says that God said, let there be light. And there was light. And God saw that the light was good, and God separated the light from the darkness. There's that contrast. God said light was good. Now, prior to this, the Bible describes the earth without light as being formless and void, covered in darkness. And then God speaks, and there is light, and it was good. The first thing I want you to know about light in the scripture is that light gives life. We see this in the world around us. Things can't live without light. Crops, plants, animals, people. This is what makes Colorado the greatest state in America. We have more days of sunshine, supposedly, I don't know if that's true, but it sure feels like it, than anywhere else. And if you're like me, I was born and raised in Colorado, if we have one cloudy day, I get a little depressed. And I need the sun to come out because we thrive in the light. Light gives life. It happens with plants that grow. I have been told by people who love me that I have an unhealthy obsession with my lawn. I don't know if anybody else feels similarly. I was particularly dissatisfied with it this summer, which, to be fair, is kind of an annual experience for me. But I looked at it and said, this looks terrible. I have to do something. So I bought a bag of grass seed. I spread that all around my lawn. And then I put down an illegal amount of fertilizer. And then I watered those seeds until our local reservoir ran dry. I regret nothing. You know, it doesn't matter how much fertilizer, how many gallons of water I put on those seeds. If the sun does not shine, the grass will not grow. Light gives life. And friends, Jesus offers you a kind of life that is unparalleled. Many of us spend our days trying to find meaning, purpose, life in lesser things. And I want you to know that Jesus gives life. He gives new life to any person who puts their faith and trust in him. You become a new creation, and your roots will grow deep in the fertile soil that he provides, and you will be able to withstand whatever comes in this world, because the light of Jesus will give you life unlike any other thing. If you've tried to find life in work, in success, in money, in relationships, and you just think there has to be more to this world because it doesn't satisfy. Yes, there is, and his name is Jesus. He gives us life.